Hey, 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 what's up? It is I, Paul from Grindhouse Funhouse. How's it going over there, out there in Instagram land? I'm back for another live, for another movie shelves. I did two of those. Now I want to do shelf number 3. Why do I want to do this? Because I got a lot of movies, and I got 20 shelves, and I got a lot of time on my hand, so why not? Why not do it? So let's start this up right now. Let's not waste any time. First up is Brain Scan, which was shot right here in Quebec. I believe this was 1994. Edward Furlong, Frank Langella. We know all about this movie. I should probably get the Scream Factory version, but I got the old DVD right here of Brain Scan. Up next, I have got Bram Stoker's Dracula. I love that little edition of it. It looks really cool. It's like a slim case right here. You see, and this is still the best production design I've ever seen in a modern horror movie. It's so good. Still very much watchable. If you've never seen it, get on it. Up next, Brawl in Cell Block 99, a movie from the director of Bone Tomahawk, which is S. Craig Zoller. I've yet to see this. The last movie I saw of his was Bone Tomahawk, and if you haven't seen that one, just with that ending alone, it's so fucked up and really disturbing. It's really worth checking out. But yeah, I've heard good thing about this one, and I love the design of the artwork. It's pretty sweet. Look at this. All right, up next, we got some John Hughes with The Breakfast Club. I mean, classic movie from the 80s. John Hughes. Who doesn't love John Hughes? Up next, some Cannon films. I love Cannon. Anything Cannon does, I'm in for, and it is Breakin', one of those hip-hop movies from the 80s, like Crush Groove or Beat Street, stuff like that. But yeah, Breakin', Cannon, and of course, if you have Breakin' 1, you need Breakin' 2, Electric Boogaloo, because just of that title alone. But yeah, it's starring Alfonso Shabadou Quinones, right here, the name. So yeah, Breakin', classic hip-hop movie. Then we have Breakdown with Kurt Russell, a high-octane thriller. It's really good, really tense movie. I feel like it's been a bit underseen, and it's definitely one of those that need a Blu-ray release so that more people out there could see it, because I don't think this DVD is as available. It's probably out of print for years. But yeah, Jonathan must have this. He also directed Terminator 3. So yeah, Breakdown right here. Then we have Breakout, Charles Bronson, Robert Duvall, Jill Ireland. Jill Ireland being Charles Bronson's wife. No prison is strong enough to hold Bronson. Damn straight. I've yet to see this one. It's a long list of Bronson movies from the 60s and 70s I have yet to see, but I really want to. Then we have right here Bringing Out the Dead, Nicolas Cage, a Martin Scorsese movie. One of his not as highly critic praise, I guess, of his movies, and really much underseen. He plays like an ambulance driver during like a New York night, and many things happen. A fateful night, and many things happen. Like Nicolas Cage in this, so it's a good combination. I need to see this. I will. Then we have Bronson, Nicholas Winding Refn. I think that was the two movies before The Drive with Tom Brady. It's a real life story of a prisoner named Charles Bronson, of all things. Again, I have not seen this one either, but really want to. So there you go. Up next, it is the Bronx Warriors trilogy. So basically, if you want to know how we're going to live lives in the after times, this could be a good primer to check those movies out. It is from Enzo G. Castelletti's. We have this is the Shameless release, and it stars Vic Morrow's in this, and what's the name of the dude? Oh yeah, Mark Gregory. That's the name I was looking for. Look at this artwork, and Fred Williamson, of course. So yeah, I got the tin that goes with it. It's a beautiful tin. It's up there on top of my library. I'll show it towards the end of all these videos. But yeah, the Bronx Warriors. Then we have Escape from the Bronx. Look at this. Look at this. So nice. And then we have right here Warriors of the Wasteland. There you go. All we need now for me that I need is the Thunder Warrior series, all 3 movies with Mark Gregory. Still just on VHS copies I'm trying to find, but if like Vinegar Syndrome or Severin could get those and release like a box set, would be really amazing. That would be some good stuff. Up next we have Baba Hotep, Bruce Campbell, Ozzie Davis. You know, Mr. Campbell playing the king. Plays the king. So there you go, Baba Hotep. We got some Warren Beatty in Bugsy, a movie with his, I think he just met Annette Bening on this movie. He plays Bugsy Malone, Barry Levinson in this movie, and it's a really good mobster movie if you've never seen it. Came out, I believe, in the end of 1991. Then we have Bullet, which is Mickey Rourke and Tupac Shakur. I believe this is his last movie for Shakur. I don't think that many people know this movie exists. But yeah, it is one of his final film roles. So there you go. Julian Temple directed this. Then we have a classic 60s movie, Bullet, with Steve McQueen, Robert Vaughn. Of course, it's known for its famous car chase scene in San Francisco, right here. Another Warren Beatty movie. This one he directed, Bulworth, playing kind of like a whacked out politician. Wow, tough word to say, but yeah. And it's one of his actually better role, and he's really good in this. And he wrote it too. So if you've never seen it, Halle Berry's in this as well. And there's a really good hip-hop soundtrack as well. So check that out. One of my favorite filmmakers, Joe Dante, The Burbs, late 80s Tom Hanks comedy. Don't you wish Tom Hanks would do more comedies like he did back in the day? But this is a really weird one, but funny. And this is a really nice steelbook right here. I don't collect as many steelbooks as I used to, but there you go. Then from 88 Films, Burial Ground, The Gates of Hell Have Opened, right here. I have not seen this one yet, and I know that like the kid here, or like an adult playing a kid, like he's probably really weird in this movie. I've heard like really crazy things, and there you go. You can see the other artwork for this. So yeah, part of the Italian collection. Put this here. Then we have Buried, which is a very, very hard film to watch if you're a claustrophobe. It's literally the whole movie. Him stuck, why am I forgetting his name right now? Ryan Reynolds, just stuck in a coffin for like 90 minutes, and he's only trying to like come out of it for 90 minutes, just trying to somehow get out of his predicament. But yeah, it's a hard watch. Then we have Busting, Elliot Gould, Robert Blake, 70s cop movie, right here from Peter Hyam, great action movie director. Then I got The Chud, Cannibalistic Humanoid Underground Dwellers, classic 80s horror movie with John Hurt, Daniel Stern. I need to get myself the Blu-ray. There is a Blu-ray. I feel there is, right? Is there? No, it's Chud 2. Okay, but I don't know. I'm sure they're working on one if there's not one. Up next, Jean-Marc Vallée and the film Crazy. That's what put him on the map. And when went all Hollywood, one of our finest Montreal movie directors. You got him, you got Denis Villeneuve, you know, so, but yeah, classic Québécois movie, won all the prizes, as you can see right here. Then I have Caddyshack, of course, classic early 80s movie. Bill Murray, Rodney Dangerfield, Chevy Chase. If you've not seen those and you like 80s comedies, check it out. And then the lesser sequel, Caddyshack 2. I felt like they forced themselves to make this one. They could just stop at 1, but they decided to do number 2. So yeah, there you go, Caddyshack 2. Then we have Cadillac Man, Robin Williams, Tim Robbins. Fun little early 90s comedy. Robin Williams played like he owns a car lot. And the entire movie is spent there, and you know, wackiness ensues, all kinds of crazy business. Then we have Camp Nowhere, Christopher Lloyd, one of those kids movies from the mid 90s, 1994. There you go. Then we have the Candyman, Candyman number 1. Are you excited to see the reboot? But apparently, it's not so much a reboot; it is some sort of a continuation. If you've seen the trailer, you find out things that connects the first Candyman, this one, the all-time classic 90s horror movie, with the new movie. So I can't wait to check it out. It comes out in September. Then we have Candyman Farewell to the Flesh. I don't know if you can see the there you go. It's nice lenticular. Not a very good movie. But, you know, they were trying. Tony Todd is still good, but the rest, not so good. And this one is just the worst. It's just craptacular. And it stars, is it Donna Derrico, I believe her name is? Yeah, that's it. I think she was on Baywatch, and she was a Playboy Playmate. But yeah, Candyman 3, not the best. Not the best. Then we have one of those 70s Burt Reynolds movies with like millions of stars in it, Cannonball Run. If you know what the Cannonball Run is, it's basically like a race around the country. So basically the whole movie is just a race, and Al Needham directed this, and there you go, right here. Then we have Can't Buy Me Love, you know, Patrick Dempsey in this. Fun little comedies from the 80s, and Amanda Peterson, one of my 80s crush. Got a big thing for her. Sadly, her life was cut short. She died like 5 years ago. She was not living the best life. Let's just put it that way. Then we have Can't Hardly Wait. Classic 90s, you know, end of the school year, party, graduation, all that stuff. It's part of my generation, I guess. I was 19, 20 when I saw this. So, yeah. Quite the cast right here. Then a little sci-fi movie, Capricorn 1, with Elliot Gould, James Brolin, Sam Waterston, O.J. Simpson's in this. I think it was a movie about faking a mission to Mars, I believe. Is that what it is? Because, yeah, that's what it is. I've not seen it yet, but love those 70s sci-fi movies. Then for Arrow Video, The Car. The car, just you don't see who's in the car pursuing people. It's kind of like Duel, probably one of the film that was inspired by, pretty much, and stars James Brolin in this. You can tell I haven't seen this yet, right? So there you go, The Car. Then we have Career Opportunities, a John Hughes movie that he wrote but not directed, with Frank Wiley and the sexy Jennifer Connelly. My God, that woman. Just for that, if you've seen the movie, just for the mechanical horse in the the shopping mall. So basically, Frank Wiley works, like he's got a part-time job in the shopping mall, but then gets locked in at night just to work so he doesn't get out. But Jennifer Connelly somehow fell asleep, or she was hiding in a cabin somewhere, and she's locked in with him, and then robbers try to get in to, you know, steal things, and then, as you can see, fun things will happen. So there you go. But my God, man, she is so hot. She's so hot. So hot. All right. Next we got Carlito's Way, Brian De Palma, Sean Penn. There you go. Reunion for them after Scarface. Then we have Martin Scorsese, Casino, Robert De Niro, Sharon Stone, Joe Pesci. I'm working on a review with a thing with Joe Pesci that I'll post this weekend. So yeah, right there, Casino. Then my one, I think I got like 3 or 4 4Ks in my collection, and that's one of them. The first season of Castle Rock from Stephen King and J.J. Abrams. Pretty much all the characters from Stephen King's world in his books. They just decided to create a show around this, and it's a really good mystery. It's a slow burn. It takes a little bit take a while to get into gear, but once it does, midway to the first season, it's really good. There's an episode with Sissy Spacek. She's pretty much in the whole entire episode of this one, and it is a masterclass in acting. She is so good in this. Only for that, and I need to see season 2, which I will during this pandemic time. Another 80s comedy, Casual Sex, Leah Thompson, Victoria Jackson, in her ditzy blonde roles that she perfected in the 80s, right here. Another Brian De Palma movie, Casualties of War, Michael J. Fox, Sean Penn. This is one of his like more serious roles for Michael J. Fox, and he handled himself quite well in this one. It's about a troop in Vietnam. I can't remember quite the story, but they witness a vile crime, and Michael J. Fox he witnessed this, and then he has to stay around those people that did it, and he's struggling with how to deal with this, and that's pretty much the whole movie. But it's a great little movie right here. Stephen King's Cat's Eye with young Drew Barrymore. It's a horror anthology. There's James Woods in this as well. Who else? Who else is this? Alan King, Robert Hayes, that's right, he's got a big one, and music by Alan Silvestri, and it's directed by Louis Teague, right here. There we go. So we've never seen it. Another horror anthology. Then Vinegar Syndrome, Caddy Skirks, total ripoff of The Exorcist, and this was filmed in Montreal. And actually, last summer I went to the location where they filmed it. I'm actually working on something to show all the location I scouted last summer, and I'm working on a video of that. So I'm trying to get through it. But yeah, it's a fun little cheesy Exorcist ripoff, if you will. But it's fun. It's fun. It's nice. Up next, I got Cat People, Natasha Kinski, Michael McDowell. I have not seen that one yet, but I do have the soundtrack. David Bowie on it. It's really good, but it's Paul Schrader who directed this. So there you go, Cat People. Another hip-hop movie, but this time from the 90s, CB4 the movie, Chris Rock. That it's like an upcoming gangster rap group that's trying to make it. And you see all the trials and tribulation of this, and I believe, Tamara Davis directed this, and there's one song in the movie that's really funny, the I'm Black song. If you haven't seen this, just like YouTube it right after this. Just amazing, but it's a great little like parody / comedy of like those kind of hip-hop movies. Then we have Celeste and Jesse Forever, Rashida Jones, Andy Samberg, like a romantic comedy right here. Another 90s comedy, Celtic Pride, Damon Wayans, Daniel Stern, Dan Aykroyd. Daniel Stern, Dan Aykroyd play like super fans of the Celtics, and then they kidnap right here Damon Wayans, and then fun things happen. There you go. Searchin' Fury, Tatum O'Neill, Irene Cara, with Peter Fonda, Moses Gunn. I've not seen this one yet. That was a blind buy. I like the cover, so I said, you know what? I'm gonna get it. Some Keanu with Morgan Freeman, Chain Reaction, directed by Andrew Davis. another underseen action movie, I would say, that people should catch up to. Like, you get some young Keanu. This was like 2-3 movies after Point Break, or even after Speed, I believe. This came out in 96, so it was 2 years after Speed. But yeah, it's a fun little action movie. You should check it out. The Challenge with Scott Glenn and Toshiro Mifune, John Frankenheimer movie. So yeah, right here, if you like martial arts movies. This is one of those like guilty pleasure movies. I watched that movie so much in the like early 90s. Chances Are, Sybil Shepherd, Robert Downey Jr. I believe it's the husband of Sybil Shepherd dies and then gets into the body of Robert Downey Jr. and then they reconnect that way. But it's a fun little romantic comedy right here. Classic Canadian horror movie. This is the Severin edition of The Changeling. I don't think I have to tell you about it that much. Everyone knows about The Changeling, and I love this edition of it. It's so beautiful. It's so shiny. Looks shiny and embossed and everything. But yeah, it's a good one. Another I don't even say guilty pleasure. I fully endorse The Chase. If you've never seen this, it's basically Charlie Sheen that kidnaps a girl, Christy Swanson, and they're on a chase for the whole movie. And Henry Rollins in this. Soundtrack's pretty good. I believe who directed this again? It is Adam Rifkin. So yeah, it's really good. And this was the time when Christy Swanson was still hot and not crazy. So there you go. I would totally recommend The Chase if you haven't seen it. Then we have Chasers, which is Dennis Hopper. I believe this came out in 93. It's basically Tom Berenger and who's this, like McNamara? I can't remember his name. William McNamara that brings back a Laniac right here back to the base because she did some dirty deeds. And the whole movie she tries to escape, so it's like a fun romp. It's a really underseen movie. I don't know if that many people know about this one, but I would recommend it. It's I don't know if it's on the Netflix, but Chasers. We have Cherry 2000, Melanie Griffith, post-apocalyptic movie. I got the French version, as you can see right here. But yeah, right there. One of the Vinegar Syndrome special releases on Black Friday. Was it last year or 2 years ago? The Children. Fun little possessed movie, zombie, kids, right here. It's very much worth a watch. A film very much of our time, Children of Men, with Clive Owen, Julianne Moore, Michael Caine. The year 2027, the last day of the human race. No child has been born for 18 years. He must protect our only hope. Great little sci-fi movie from Alfonso Cuarón. Then I have this edition of Child's Play right here with this nice lenticular cover right here. I've yet to get the Screen Factory one. I'm working on it, saving my money for it. So there you go. Then we have the China Syndrome. From the 3 Mile Island accident, the nuclear accident. If you've seen Chernobyl, that would be a nice double bill with it. That would be nice little watch. Michael Douglas and Jane Fonda. So yeah, it is an indicator release. I got a few of those. Very nice British label. Then I have Chinatown with the slipcase right here. It is a steelbook by Jack Nicholson. So yeah, this is from Arrow Video, I believe. There you go. John Carpenter, Christine, classic car movie, Haunted, and all that. Again, I need to get the Blu-ray. I need to get all. I'm like halfway through his entire filmography on Blu-ray. Christine is not one I have yet, but I want to purchase it soon, and I want to get all the soundtracks on vinyl. That is my wish. That is my dream. One day I will get them all. Next, I have City of Industry, one of those kind of like Tarantino-esque movie that came out, this one I believe is 97, yeah, from John Irvin. John Irvin did Out for Justice, the Steven Seagal action movie from 1990. So he knows how to do action, and it's a fun little one right here. Then I got another movie shot right here in Montreal, City on Fire. It's like an all-star cast, like Leslie Nielsen, Henry Fonda, Shelley Winters, one of those like disaster movie. There's a pyromaniac in the city that starts fire, and that's pretty much the whole thing. I wish the movie was as cool as this artwork, but sadly it is not. But it's fun to see my city in like 1979, which so basically 78, 79. But yeah, it's a fun little disaster movie if you're into that sort of thing. Then I got City Slicker. There you go. Billy Crystal, Daniel Stern, Jack Palance, who won his Oscar for this. I'd say this is one of my favorite, with Rambo and Sylvester Stallone's filmography. Cliffhanger. This is a great movie. Rennie Harlin. This is the movie he did right after Die Hard 2. Just the action scenes alone, and I saw this in theater, and it looks way better, obviously, in theaters on the big screen. But if you've not seen this one, just amazing shots. And he did like all his own stunts as well. He pulled the Tom Cruise, but back like in 1992. So there you go, Cliffhanger. I got Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Steven Spielberg, right here. No other sci-fi about Cloverfield, who hasn't seen Cloverfield? Found footage movie, Matt Reeves, there you go, Cloverfield. Fun little comedy from the 80s, Clue, the movie. It's not just a game anymore. So yeah, if you're an 80s kid, you've seen this movie, I'm quite sure. Speaking of Stallone, Cobra, yeah, I got the steelbook right here. Nice little thing. I should get probably the Shout Factory version, but I kind of like this one. It's nice. It's a nice steelbook. How about some Code Red with Cocaine Wars with John Schneider, right here. It's an okay movie. It's not, it's a Roger Corman production. So there you go. That tells you what it is right there from his New Horizon. But yeah, Cocaine Wars. Up next, I'd say one of my favorite Chuck Norris movies, Code of Silence. Eddie Cusack's a good cop having a very bad day, and it's directed by Andy Davis. And Andy Davis makes great action movies. The Fugitive, Under Siege, Chain Reaction, like I told you. But Code of Silence is the movie where he's actually a good actor in this. Like he's not being Chuck Norris. He's actually he's actually acting. He's doing a pretty good job. So if you've never seen Code of Silence, definitely check that one out. Then we have Collateral Damage, Schwarzenegger, right here. 2 thumbs up from the director of The Fugitive, Andrew Davis. Oh my God, Andrew Davis is everywhere in this shelf. So there you go, Collateral Damage. Then we have Colors, Sean Penn, Robert Duvall, about the cops in an LA inner city. Dennis Hopper directed this, of course. Yes, he did. I've not seen the movie, but I've listened to the soundtrack. I should get on this really soon. 5 titles left. We have Coming to America, Eddie Murphy. One of my favorite comedies from the 80s. I cannot wait to see the sequel coming out probably this fall, if it's not pushed back. But it's the same people that did Dolomite Is My Name. So I'm quite confident on how good it's going to get. And a lot of people are coming back, even Arsenio Hall. And he's going to do again all those characters. I don't know if he's going to do the same ones, because this one's probably dead for the last 30 years. But yeah, man, Coming to America, amazing. One of my favorite action movies from the 80s, Commando, Schwarzenegger. That movie I've seen so many times. I can remember watching it on weekends. I've seen probably dozens of times this movie, and it's Mark L. Lester right here. screenplay by Stephen E. D'Souza, who did Die Hard, and it's a Joel Silver production. Anytime Joel Silver does action in the 80s, you know, you get my attention. Fun little Irish comedy, The Commitment, from Alan Parker. My God, I saw this in theaters. Was it like in autumn of '91? Just a bar band trying to make it big right here. So there you go. We have Con Air, Nicolas Cage, John Cusack, John Malkovich, Simon West, I believe. Yeah, there you go. When Nicolas Cage was in full action mode. So yeah, there you go. We have Conan, The Complete Quest, Arnold Schwarzenegger. We got both movies in this. Conan the Barbarian and Conan the Destroyer. I have not seen those movies, and I'm a big Schwarzenegger fan, but I'm not a big, medieval kind of like sandal movies kind of thing. So I eventually will watch it, but yeah, it's not been seen by me as of yet. Put this right here. Two more. That's it. We have Consenting Adults, one of those like adult thrillers, one of those thrillers, people stalking people, a crazy person. I think this one. So or some are like early Kevin Spacey with Kevin Kline, and then Mary Elizabeth Manson Antonio. Where is she now? We don't know, but she was probably in a lot of those kind of movies in the early '90s. And then finally, my God, almost done. Contamination, Italian horror movie, rip-off of Alien, obviously. I feel like I should watch this, but it's not so much. It's mostly alien contamination. It's not like a kind of virus you get from animals and stuff. But yeah, you get right here, Contamination. It's on the cheesy side, It is an Arrow release, and but it's a fun little watch. If you're to Italian horror, you could do worse. You could do worse than Contamination. So there you go. That was shelf number 3. I hope you enjoyed this. I certainly did. I'll come back for shelf number 4 soon, maybe at the end of this week, maybe early next week. But I hope everyone is doing well. I say hello to everyone watching me right now. Thanks for waving at me. I saw you. So yeah, I got a review coming up this weekend. I'm gonna post on YouTube. It's a fun little one. It's a TV pilot with Joe Pesci in it and Fred Williamson. So if you like these two people, go check it out. Thanks for watching and have a good night.